All right, welcome back, everybody. So one of the questions that I get all the time is, do various marketing activities work? Does Facebook work? Does Google work? Does things like that? Does email work in terms of marketing and prospecting for clients? But it's not about that. So I wanted to take you through, and we wanted to take you through a little bit of a new way to think about your marketing strategy and to differentiate between your tools and your message and your audience.
Yes.
So I have to thank Kirsten because over the weekend I said to her, brainstorm all the different marketing tools that you could come up with. So give us, just off the top of your head, what were some of the tools that agents have to keep in touch with their clients?
Yeah, to answer it one way, I mean, I love how you said Facebook, but when you think Facebook, you could say, okay, are you engaging with people in community group pages, in friend group pages, through Messenger, on your Facebook wall, through Facebook advertising, through Facebook videos? And I mean, that's just one platform that people say so broadly, but there's so many different ways to connect in that. So like you said, phone, email, basic stuff, but even phone could be, well, is it a text message? Is it a video message? Are you sending emails through your phone? And even things like emails could be, well, are you sending video emails? Are you sending MailChimp emails? Are you sending newsletters? Are you sending one-off touch points? So it really is just one tool. And then to your point, there's so many different ways to message different things using just a tool.
Yeah, and another good website is, or another good website, another good example of that is the website. Because it's like, so you have a website that just says, Calgary properties for sale or Red Deer properties for sale. But you can also have different pages that speak to different communities. So it's like, do you have a page on Willow Park? Do you have a page on Tuscany? Or whichever community you prefer to work in.
Absolutely.
And are you the person that has all the information on that page, so that when you actually direct traffic from a Facebook community group, are they landing on your Mount Pleasant specific page? Because that's the group you happen to be engaged in. So your website can be a tool to appeal to different audiences. So let's take a look at what this looks like, and we'll go and show my screen here. And this is so simple. All this is an Excel spreadsheet, and again, it's just designed to get you guys thinking about your marketing. But imagine that you have a marketing plan that you're going to implement, and you want to reach out to your sphere of influence. So that's right at the top here. And if you guys need to make this bigger, you can go full screen in the right-hand corner of your viewing window there. You have your sphere of influence with people you know by first name. You have network reach, so you're trying to expand your sphere. You're trying to get introduced to other people out there. Think of it as just general networking. You have a farm area, so this could be a community. This could even potentially be a demographic, but for now we'll just say it's like a geographic area. And you have strategic alliances. Now you guys could also have different audiences that you're speaking to, but here are a few that you guys can use. So now, what tools do we have available? Well, in this case, and I'll just zoom in on this a little bit to help you guys out, we have email, phone, text message. You mentioned video message, so we could even add in video message to there as well. Facebook Messenger, Facebook comments, so you're actually posting on, commenting on something. A live video, Facebook ads, Instagram wall, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, Google ads, door knocking / pop buys. So door knocking, it's like, well, how would you door knock to your sphere of influence? Well, you just walk up to someone's door and just be like, hey, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd say hello and drop off a bottle of wine, or I just wanted to say hello, or drop this off for you guys.
Can I give one example of that?
Yeah.
I know that Bonnie Fast, who's going to be teaching, I think, a course for us upcoming, and she's great at that, and she will often say that one of her strategies is, I'm just going to bake some cookies, put them in a Tupperware, I'm going to walk into an office, it's just a pop-by, I have no intention of taking a bunch of people's time, but it's, hey, I was in the area, have some cookies, little bit of FaceTime, quick hello, and away she goes. And I think it's brilliant.
She comes
and authentic, too, right? Like, she genuinely is happy to walk in and see a few people that otherwise it's phone and email all the time, right?
Perfect. Great example.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about website, mail outs, obviously like snail mail, outdoor ads, publications. So this could be a community newsletter. This could also be something other specific publication. Event. This could be a community event you attend. You can create your own client event. open houses, trade shows, organizations, meetings/gatherings. You could do like a volunteer group that's together, or an organization like a BNI group, and personal notes. So that would be thank you, congratulations, thinking of you, things like that. So if we look back and say, okay, so here's some tools. What about the audience? Well, if I'm going to try to engage with my sphere of influence, what kind of tools do I want to use? Well, I can send them emails, phone calls, etc., and you can see them all down here. But at the very bottom here, it says, what kind of messaging do I want to get out to my sphere of influence? So my sphere of influence this week, I want to talk to a few people about the Happy Home Contest. I want to talk about get 2 real estate reviews completed. So how would I get a real estate review completed? Well, I'll pick up the phone and I'll call 2 people. So that's my tool. But my message is talking about the real estate review.
Right.
The family picnic, save the date. I might send out 3 Facebook messages to some people saying, hey guys, got this family picnic coming up, save the date. Also have a Spy on Your Neighbor campaign. So this is our area search, which I like. Spring yard tips. So I might have an article on ways to increase their home for spring. That might be an email that I send out to some people. And obviously our preferred client update newsletter that could go out. So now I can say, well, how am I going to contact people? And what's beautiful about this is that if I were to use Facebook comments, and let's just say I were to add, I'm going to make a goal this week to do 20 Facebook comments. So I'm going to pick people that are in my sphere of influence, and I'm going to make 20 nice Facebook comments on their page. In terms of looking at my network, so I'm trying to expand my network. So what kind of messaging I'm talking about here? Well, I'd be looking to expand my network to meet more like-minded people. So one of the things I might do is go to my sphere of influence. I might say, who are the people that are the most well-connected? And I might make 5 phone calls to people who I think are well-connected to my sphere of influence and say, hey, I'm looking to expand my network. Do you know anybody that I might be able to connect with who has done a great job of building this so I can learn from them? And that might be 5 phone calls you make this week. In addition, I might connect with 2 people on LinkedIn who I know are well-connected and maybe private message them. I might also attend a networking gathering. And I might send 2 notes to people that I've met with. People might also have a how's the market report, or this is my favorite one of just when you meet with these people, the reason you're meeting with them is you just want to get their advice. They've done a great job of building their business, great job of building their network. You want to understand what they did and learn from them. In terms of your farm area, you can do a Facebook Live video. And notice how I have a Facebook Live video for sphere of influence as well as a farm area. So to my sphere of influence, I might do a Facebook video talking about my Best My Nest contest or the Happy Home contest. And for my farm area, I might say, come out to my open house because we're going to have the chuck wagon race there. So that, or the chuck wagon draw there at the open house. I can also target Facebook ads to them. And all these different pieces are here. Now the farm area for door knocker and Popeyes, and I also have the Popeyes on there. You know, one of the things you mentioned with Vonnie is that Vonnie is not just looking at you know, the realtors in the office she's giving cookies to. She's giving cookies to the staff, things like that. We're booking events for her. We're inviting her out to do sponsorship. We're referring realtors to her. She knows how to expand her network. She's fantastic at it. And again, here are some of the messages that you guys can do. So, and one more thing just on strategic alliances. So these are the whales, the clients that can give you a lot of transactions. What are you doing to touch base with them each week? And what's really great about this is that we say the 3 key real estate habits. Habit number 1 is generate new business daily. You're spending 2 to 4 hours generating new business. People always ask, well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do to generate business? I don't, you know, I don't have any deals right now. I don't have any transactions. It's like, okay, well, what you're supposed to do is figure out who you want to talk to, what you want to say, and how you're going to connect with them. And now you can just spend your week checking off your 30 phone calls, your 20 emails to all your different audiences, and marketing becomes a lot clearer.
And one of the things that I love, I'm just going to take over your
please.
keypad on your screen here, but one of the things that I really like that you did that I think makes it really easy is you have this big pool of things to talk about. Because coming up with things to talk about and things to share is actually a lot of work. So if you do a bit of a brain dump, so you have your spreadsheet and you do what Lindsay did and you have a bit of a brain dump, and this could be as simple as go on the virtual office and look at the events calendar. Go in and read the last 2 weeks of emails I've sent out to you, right? Like there's going to be enough things that'll help you with messaging. Go on the CIR Facebook page and see some of the things that we're talking about, different articles on the Best My Nest Facebook page. There's so much you can share and do a brain dump of that into your key message. And then when it's time to actually, you know, reach out to somebody, you don't have to think about it. It's this mode of communication to this audience, and I'm going to pick one of these messages, and it becomes a really unique system without you having to spend 5 minutes pondering, which I think is great.
I think a great example of this is the Reclaim Your Space event with Best by Nest. It's like, here you have an event that you can make all about you. Hey guys, I'm hosting this event, bringing in an organizer. You could send an entire email campaign, do a Facebook Live video, all these things, inviting the clients out to come in and have this Best by Nest event.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you organized this person. Yeah, there'll be a few other people there, but it's like you brought in. It's funny because
make it your own. That's why in the new My Marketing section, we have all of these event invitations branded with your information and contact information, because we want you to do exactly, Lindsay, what you said, and really make this your own and use it as your opportunity to get people out and to add value.
Yeah. But people, not as many people are taking advantage the way that they could be in terms of getting out there and really owning this and grasping onto it. So
another example that I saw that I loved was we had a group from one of our mentorship programs say, how am I really going to take advantage of the upcoming Stampede Chuck Wagon contest? And there was a lot of people involved who did a really great job. I think Christine Versnick, Jennifer Yiskis, Sasheen Paul, Sue Archer. And I remember Lola was there, and I remember looking at a video that Sue Archer posted on Facebook really talking about it, and I thought, what a great way to take a tool that is of no cost to you, that is a great way to reach out to people, to show them that you're doing something cool, to get people to come to an open house. And it was through video, and on-location video, very simple, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right? So key message, what is it? How am I going to get it out there? What tool am I going to use? Crushed it.
Yep, absolutely. And even for strategic alliances, builders, banks, lots of people are interested in how the market's going. A real estate review. You could even just say, we recommend your clients, you meet with them with a real estate review. You just say, hey guys, monthly real estate review is out. I'm just going to fire it off to you. And you guys can have a look through the stats, and we publish this every single month.
Absolutely.
And you're off to the races, and you constantly look like the expert. Maybe you have a new listing piece, a new update to your listing presentation, and you're sending it out to these people. So there's so many different ways you can use this. The gist is this. You have your audience, and you have the many different tools you're going to use for engagement, and then you have the key messages. And that's what you want to do.
So you made this spreadsheet. It's pretty awesome. Is there, we're going to get emails for people asking where to get the spreadsheet.
Yeah, we're going to attach it to the summary email that goes out, and if I happen to have missed that, then I'll make sure that we send it out. Now, this is just a sample, so, but we'll make sure that this is done out there or sent out there. Now, you guys can add other tools that you have that we missed.
Absolutely.
You guys can add other audiences that you want. Whatever it happens to be. I mean, you could even say, like, this is my church, this is my sports group, this is my whatever it is, and you just get creative with what you're going to do. And it doesn't all have to be real estate related here. By the way, this could be other stuff. Maybe you have the big game coming up. Maybe you're hosting a Winnipeg Jets party because they're one of the only Canadian teams left in. I mean, Toronto's in still. Go Toronto. But you know what I mean. So that's it. But go Jets.
But go Jets, yeah.
Yeah. So
it kind of poor Toronto too, right? I mean, I guess if they were to win
they deserve it. Yeah.
They would deserve it too. But anyway, so that's really great. So you'll make sure that we have that as an attachment so that people can download that in an editable form, and then you can. We'll keep those key messages on there too, because that's a good summary of some of the stuff that we have going on.
Just samples, just serving suggestions.
Okay. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. We went a little bit over, but when we have special guests from Reiki here, we are definitely going to give them the time that they need. So thanks for sticking with us, and we will see you next week. We are doing an agent pursuit video, and we have Mike Starr, who is consistently one of the top 10. He was in the top 5 of the entire company last year, and he's agreed to give us some time for an entire interview that he's going to be on next week, really specifically talking about the tools, strategies, groups, sphere of influence that he's used to generate the business that he's been able to have today from an online and offline perspective. It's absolutely incredible that we have somebody with that type of knowledge and proven success to chat with you guys. So please tune into that. We are really excited about it.
Awesome. All the best, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.